We went into the hole.
We finished checking the first building that we didn't check out all the way. Oh, well, I suppose before we went in the hole, we talked to the forest people, see if they wanted anything. They're just like, y'all trying too hard. We'll let you know.
We're like, bet, let's go in anyways.
And we're like, all right, well, we were exploring regardless. This was literally just oh shit, might as well ask them before we go.
The equivalent of, hey, we're going to the store, you want anything?
Yeah. They said, bring back any of their shit if we recognize it. That's about it. So we delve deeper. We find another building. There's some riddles with fire and a griffin that didn't like us. A mama griffin, so fair.
God.
Mama griffin didn't want us near the baby. Mama griffin also tried to play fetch with a stick that was multiple times tried to light on fire.
Was it fetch
pretty good
or
at it.
was it aggressive territorial
It was
defense?
fetch. Shush. It was adorable. We could have tamed it. We could have had two griffins. We could have had Mama and the baby.
He wouldn't let me have the displacer beasts. I don't know if we could have made away with the griffin.
I really doubt we could have. We had a druid though. So it's not 100% off the table. It's just like 99.9999% off the table. Anyway,
Never know.
I'm getting distracted. We avoided confrontation there through someone else rolling other than me.
Me.
Yes. And we proceed to go deeper. If I'm missing anything,
I didn't
please
get impaled this time.
Yeah.
feel free to shut me up and jump in.
I didn't have a snake try to eat me this time, and the bird didn't either, thank God.
Yeah. I don't think the bird ever saw you, or it might have tried.
We just refused to go in the room.
Yeah, no, no, I wasn't getting anywhere near that damn door. A medium rare digit does not sound appealing.
You could just be a rare.
Oh
digit.
no! I heard squirrel's not that bad, and like a decent amount of squirrel there.
For display.
To mimic the griffin, throws up his little squirrel arms, threat display.
Not nearly as intimidating as a giant bird lion.
Hey, you know, anything is
out like wings.
Anything's possible. Our frog, our tiny frog, and our tiny bird is the most intimidating things in the group.
Those fucking empty eyes that you just know contain so much malice.
Rex used to be pretty fucking intimidating.
Just imagining this assumed
Now he's dead.
a tree frog and the doom music playing.
I'd say his final act was the most intimidating. He scared them away to another plane of existence.
He's dead, and it may have given Albie a small amount of new PTSD to deal with. Is probably a large amount.
If only you were here last session.
I watched the VOD on it.
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's still going strong.
The suffering, that is.
We go deeper. There's a tree puzzle. We were playing Zelda. We used
we
ropes.
explored the rest of the first place.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. And then, yes, we made some very, very sketchy fucking jumps.
Yeah.
Yes.
As we do.
Tried very hard
I got
not
to be a
get
pendulum.
ourselves blown away down the mall, because no one wants that. That'd be a fall you don't get to come back from necessarily.
Yeah, probably not.
Well,
not in One Piece at least.
Yeah.
Fall all the way in the hole. Oh, look, the Golden City, and I'm dead.
Oh, there it goes. And I passed
that's what the bottom of the mall.
What's
and
that?
even if you did survive on the way down, you're not surviving on the way back up. Yeah, and then we kind of ended with us landing on a platform above a small, like, village type looking area.
The outskirts of what looks like a bigger section.
You guys made
You
camp
enter.
on
And we accommodated a house.
Yep, and on a stone platform with a couple buildings there, a couple like small little buildings.
Yeah. We
You enter the
accommodated the
mall.
shack.
You enter the mall sane, and you come out as the moss collector for this month. You sort it by taste, not color.
And that's where you guys are now. Okay, so stone platform kind of give you a better picture compared to the hastily spoken one as last time. Platform, it's only got 2 buildings on it. Looking at them, one is kind of just on the like opposite side of the platform compared to the building that you guys are currently in. I'll describe the building you guys are currently in right now. Inside this building, there's a bunch of like benches, tables, and shelves. Shelves are empty, and outside of the kind of the howling wind outside, the building's silent. It's not very big. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that this is probably like some sort of like rest area. Just provided of where it's kind of located directly above this like town. There is another building that you guys haven't quite checked out yet. So outside of the current building you guys are in, what you guys are wanting to do at this platform is up to you.
Was there any activity during the night while I was standing guard?
If you looked outside every once in a while, you would see like not from above actually, but from below.
But so he
Well
was
defined.
probably didn't move from the doorway because he was trying to block as much wind as he could.
Yeah, if you were looking towards like closer to the center of the maw, you would have seen. Bear in mind, these are from a distance, which is why it's a little concerning that they're really well defined because they're fucking huge. You will see like a bird essentially come out of the like the central like hole
Oh, cool.
at the bottom of this layer. Like it would come up and then kind of go back down.
Terrible omen.
Did it look familiar to our other bird friend or a different type of bird?
No, this is not. These aren't griffins. These could
Okay.
probably eat griffins.
Oh,
That's
oh,
that's great.
so big. Got it.
Just it's fantastic.
Something else to completely avoid. Got it.
On the plus side, you guys might be small enough that it wouldn't even look at you as food.
Right, we would be an appetizer to the main dish.
However, the 9 foot something tall creature might be a decent
He's so nice
bite-sized
to get off
snack.
my bed to eat it.
If they had teeth, probably break their teeth trying to nibble on you, though.
True.
I was gonna say, it's not like they can just like eat you.
Or at least as
I'll
far as
die,
you're
but I'm
aware,
taking
who
some teeth with.
knows what's in the maw?
Well, teeth. I imagine teeth are in a maw.
Yeah, but like, who knows how sharp those teeth are? They can't
I'm
just
fucking
crunch
with you.
right through metal.
Jesus.
All right. So I suppose
It's
I'd
a
let them know
giant
to be
fucking
very,
giant goat.
very wary of getting near the center there.
No, sorry, I'm in session.
Big birds.
No, I don't smell the eggs no more.
No,
Birds big enough to eat our other bird friend who could eat our friends.
the circle of life.
It's always a bigger fish. In this case, it's a bird. Always a
Yeah.
bigger bird.
You guys were wondering what would probably scare the griffin away. Yep, that. That would probably do it.
That.
I'd do it.
That thing would probably do it. You know what? No, you don't know what the fuck that is. No, not for dirt.
Oh, come on, have me roll a history. I might have seen it while I was down here before.
Oh no, it wouldn't be a history check.
Oh, I
Go
don't
ahead.
like that.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a give me a nature check.
A nature?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is gonna go about like we think it will, but
Maybe.
that's not
Honestly,
terrible. Still not
bad.
enough to do much, I don't think.
You don't quite know the name of it. This is like kind of a sort of history check, but it's more along the lines of you just like pulling like information that you think that you may possibly, perhaps, maybe know. You haven't seen at least these birds like of that size, like in here, in like outside. I mean, but you
Gotcha.
know that they would be. Oh, let me get some rough estimations of size. Give me a sec.
When you said it could eat the griffin, did you mean like in a bite?
No, not in a bite, but it would. It's definitely to give you an idea. Like this creature has like you can recall a wingspan of roughly around 200, 250 feet.
Okay.
Wingspan. Compared to a griffin, which I think is obviously not
Griffin's is
that
like
size.
almost 60.
Yeah, an adult griffin has roughly a wingspan of about 25 feet.
Oh my god.
A lot
It
of
looked
feet.
bigger up close. Got it. Okay. Okay. Fuck.
So, that nature check, while it doesn't give you like all the intricate details of it, um,
It makes him a little more horrified.
yeah,
Understood.
you're noticing it, and like before you were like, "That's big," and then you start to think about it, and you start to kind of add it up, with where the distance that you are away from like both like kind of three-dimensionally away from the giant hole that's in the center of the maw currently. The size of that from your distance, that thing's fucking huge. That
They're
thing
just kind of
is
look. He's gonna look at his shield and be like, "Well, I don't think a bigger shield would matter anyway. So
yeah.
you're in luck, buddy."
Mechanically, if you think about it, it would take you more than a turn to sprint from one end of the wingspan to the other.
I hate that. That's full sprint too.
That is
That's all
full
my
dash.
movement. Hell, I don't think I could make it all the way across if I had 3 dashes in a turn. Fuck.
So yeah, is big, is very big.
Bigger than big.
Yeah, outside of that probably shaking you just a bit. Nothing else like approaches you like on the platform. But go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Okay.
Because if you were just staying in the building and you weren't like going out and
Okay.
looking around a bit, yeah, okay. You're not
I
able
was
to
gonna
see
say theoretically my
where you're-
passive is better than that, but it's only by 1 anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't you can't see the entirety of the platform.
yeah, that's what happens
Cool.
when I stay in one spot. I guess that's on me.
Yep. All right. Mostly is like time's passed. Long rests have concluded fairly, maybe not to dirt, but fairly calm sleep.
Rise and shine, motherfuckers.
Yep.
He's sitting there cooking.
It's morning? Question mark.
No. He would be cooking though. He probably wouldn't say anything, but he'd sit there for like. He'd be cooking food that he will never taste.
Like, I don't know if this tastes good or not, but
They're cooking, but he ain't eating.
Well, thankfully, it's mostly just reheating food that's been, prepared for long trips.
man, he's just got fucking MREs in his backpack.
Pretty much.
Constantly opening up the packets and heating them inside. Everybody passes out from the chemical fumes.
God.
My friends are taking a really long sleep. They don't seem to be waking up for some reason.
They also look like they're in a nightmare right now, like they're really sick.
Why are you asking each other if you smell anything? We can't. There's nothing to smell.
Cool. So,
Do
yeah,
you smell the food I'm cooking?
What are you guys doing?
Digit is stirring
I'll miss
from
the
his sleep
swirl.
as he smells food.
Esteban would wake up and look over at Dirt and just have this look on his face that's like, I thought we talked about this. You're not allowed to cook things. That's my job. We did this for a reason. We had this rule for a reason.
Dirt, as you're cooking,
You were taking too
just-
long.
Dirt, as you're cooking, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Damn it.
See how well you reheated this food today. It's honestly not bad. Esteban,
Not
looking
bad.
at it, it's honestly like, you made that comment, but like this is probably some of his better work.
Like,
Could probably use some spices, but I
Alright.
don't know how to do that.
It's at
at
least,
least
not
it looks
burnt.
edible,
Look,
okay?
You told me not to try to cook. You told me really to never add spices.
That's fair. Alright, you know what? At least this is edible. You're right.
It looked edible, but I can never taste it, so. But I figured
tiny book that says
even
"Is
if it
this
doesn't
edible?"
taste great, maybe we should have the food and go sooner than later. And he'll start to fill in Esteban on what he saw over the night.
Oh god. They didn't come over to us, did they? Like you you would
Well,
have said something if they were gonna, get too close, right?
I did my best to stay completely still
You
and
notice
block
that
the doorway.
You notice that they never fully exited out of the giant hole that's in the center. So they never really got close. It looks like they kind of almost like you would see like a fish, breach the water for a second and then go back down. The birds did kind of the same thing. They never came into your lair.
So yeah, the deeper we go, the more fucked we are.
Nice.
What gave you that idea? Everything's okay. You're gonna be safer the deeper down you go.
Uh-huh.
Says God.
Ignore the colossal birds.
Yeah, just ignore them. Just don't worry about them.
And
Says
what
God as
do
he
I
whispers
do
in
when
your
the
ear.
birds get bigger?
I
And the
mean,
birds just
you
keep
hope you're small
increasing in
enough that you don't
size.
even look like a snack.
You're right.
Digit is doing everything he can to not listen to the bigger bird talk.
It could almost be more. I would almost argue it probably more calming to discover giant birds like that, Digit. At a certain point, you were equivalent to a bug to them.
I was about to say,
He doesn't know that.
at a certain size, we're probably like flies hanging around a lion. And then irritate, maybe. A threat, food, no.
You don't know whether or not to feel insulted either. Just be like, oh wait, it's not gonna be not even on its radar.
Doesn't even know how to feel about it. It's just like it's just a big bird, bigger bird. Does it make me feel? I'm not. No.
There's a big bird. There's a bigger bird. Is there a biggest bird?
His eyes get
knows?
wide at the thought. Like two big black saucers. Doesn't know how to process that thought.
What's most worrying in my head is that they're staying down there comfortably, which means they have a source of food. I imagine that source of food is likely to see us as food.
No.
But I'm just the shield here, so what we do
Okay, I'll
next
just
is
work
on
here.
you all.
I just work here. You just tell me what to do, so I can completely avoid responsibility.
I don't like how this is panning
I'm
out.
gonna pull the robot card. I don't have the soul to lose here. Good luck.
Does that make the bag
It's
of
not in my
dust out of a
programming.
tenderizer?
God.
Although I will say I would like to see whatever civilization might be below us. Especially seeing as the surface dwellers, well, closer to the forest people. We'll go
The
with that.
forest people, yeah. I mean, like, let's
No, it gets
not
very
get
They
crazy.
What's underground
They
and what's
didn't-
not?
They didn't mention another civilization down here, I don't think. So, yeah. Interesting. Worrying.
I'm gonna say is like from
Too
the
many
few
thoughts.
interactions
I'll let
that
the
you
smart people
guys
handle it.
from the few interactions you guys have had with like the Ilba, it it feels like maybe they're holding some information back, but a lot of it might just very well be legit ignorance. Fully be like, yeah, no, my granddaddy and my great granddaddy said don't go down into the hole. So what did I do?
I
Not
didn't
go
go in the
down
hole.
into the hole. So what's
But
in
you
there?
guys can go in the
No
hole.
clue.
You guys go in the hole. You weren't told not to go in the hole.
Exactly.
So we
So
go
I didn't know
check
what you
out
guys were doing.
the village below. See what those people do. Maybe we try not to immediately stab things, unless we have to.
Cool. So you guys are gonna exit the little building that you're at, start kind of taking a look around the platform.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
Again, I would suggest staying away from the edges.
Fair.
yeah, so there is
With
another
caution,
building on the
Mr.
platform.
Squidward, with caution.
There is another building on the platform. Otherwise, as you guys kind of start to trace around the platform, kind of just looking around, you actually do notice a fairly sturdy set of stairs that kind of spiral along the cliffside, terminating closer to where the town is.
Uh-huh. Should we check the other building before we head down? I mean, they look kind of similar, so they're probably just momentary shelters, but
You
Doesn't
guys gonna
hurt
check
to
out
go
that other
check it
building?
out first.
all right. And I guess Dirt will take point on this as usual.
Smart.
So you you go in this little building, and it's the same deal. Not like rest area, but like the same type of situation of like the windows have been blown in at this point. And it's pretty barren compared to the other building that you were at. Fairly barren, save for a few like old scribblings on the ground. A window faces the hole in the platform, and a small lectern is positioned at the sill. A few tables lay scattered and broken. These ones are actually made of wood. Oh, and also, by the way, the benches and tables and shelves and everything were made of wood compared to the stone that you guys have typically been coming across when you see these types of structures. But a few tables lay scattered and broken, most likely from the gusts of wind, and shattered glass can be found kind of just everywhere, really.
All right. Uh, well, I'll let him know I don't see anything alive in here.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
kind
no,
of barren.
very much devoid of life.
He's gonna take a quick peek at the lectern after he
Yeah,
gives the
it's
okay.
a looking around at the lectern. There's nothing substantial about it. It looks like it held some sort of like probably book or something. But what is interesting about it is like typically when you think of lecterns, like they're aimed at like a grouping of people, or it's a place that people like would sit or like stand at to like do
Yeah,
like
some kind
speeches
of
and stuff.
almost presentation.
Exactly. This one though is right against the sill and it's aimed
Okay.
at the giant hole that is in the center of the
Cool.
the hole that's in the center of the platform.
Oh,
Because
well.
I will reiterate from last session. The platform itself pretty simple. But in the dead center of it is a very large diameter, like perfect hole straight in the middle of it. So when you guys do go to the other building, you have to skirt around that hole, which when you look down, it's directly above the town.
Okay.
Looking up, you would have noticed that the canopy that would have been above you guys looks like it's a little bit more sparse with some newer, quote unquote newer, like growth. Like something
Above
was
board.
there. What's up?
Above board. It sounds like an elevator.
What? No.
In character, the fuck is this do? It does something. Smart people,
Above
where are you?
above board. How did you know? I thought I made it very unknown.
Above board, I recognize an elevator when I see one.
Gasp. I've been found out. Anyways,
Finds
Dirt
an
doesn't know
excuse to
shit.
say above board again.
No.
Finds an excuse to say above board again. God, the old
Above
school
board?
equivalent of doing like
No.
/ for OOC chat. Oh.
Get out of here. I hate that. Don't bring up memories of shit. Go away. Those are dark, buried memories, sir.
Anyways, yeah. Lectern, old scribblings on the ground, and the stairs outside.
Uh,
I think be looking at the scribbles on the
Yeah.
Oh,
Give
I was about
me
to go look at the
an
scribbles.
yeah. Anybody who's looking at the scribbles, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh
I shall
yippee.
give the help action because I don't think I'm good at this.
What about
Who are
that
you
scribble
giving
over
it to?
there? What does that look like?
Give it to Blue Jay.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Okay.
their Arcana modifier is higher than mine.
There
It
you
is a
go.
+6.
That's a lot higher than mine.
Looking at these scribbles, something that stands out to you pretty quickly, especially with an Arcana check like that, is these scribbles are new,
Huh?
like relatively new.
Huh.
Probably from
Ah.
probably from the first group of people that came here.
Oh, okay.
The one that you guys like followed the initial like notes of things like that, like the first expedition.
Yeah.
Because these arcane scribblings don't look ancient. They look more modern. They still look older. They still look a little less efficient than you might see nowadays. but they are still something that you're like, oh, I remember reading about that. Nobody does it this way anymore, but
Yeah.
and with above
Are
a
they writing in
20,
ye old common?
these are British runes. Damn. You'll notice that, like, while you can't figure out exactly why it would be like this, you know that this
Want me to add a
type of
guidance on
circle,
there?
uh, you're not going to get much more information than this.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically like this circle looked like it was probably used to maintain some sort of platform, um, above board. Oh my God, you figured it
Elevator.
out. Wow.
Oh my god, it's an
Well,
elevator.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Where is
Wow.
it gonna take us?
it's an elevator.
You step
It's
on
an
it, goes
elevator.
down.
Like, I think the only
Um,
direction it
Drop
goes is down.
dramatically, and you can't do anything about it.
It goes straight down. What the fuck? Shitty elevator is this?
Tower.
Yeah, but yeah, you know that it looks like it probably maintains some sort of platform. Um, through process of elimination, you could probably figure out that it was most likely some sort of platform that manifested in that hole. Obviously, it's
Neat.
currently non-functioning. It has been defunct for a very long time. Um,
I feel that.
She'll be kind of scribbling shit in her journal.
yeah.
Fascinating. You know?
Cool.
Scribbles and more scribbles. I am just
Scribble,
getting
scribble.
more and more confused.
The plot thickens and it doesn't stop. I don't.
Plot thickens, and so do the scribbles.
Cool. Anything else you guys are wanting to do on the platform?
Uh, I, uh, I don't think so. Not for dirt, anyway.
My mischievous kobold mind is telling me to push the button, and I don't want to push the buttons.
Luckily,
Is there buttons?
there
Push
is
'em.
no button.
Okay, good.
Luckily for Veraxis, I guess there is no button. The
Yeah, we've learned our
lectern.
lesson. No more buttons for you.
The lectern looks like it was probably just a. It just held like incantations and such. For maintenance. It's like it was probably just essentially the fantasy equivalent of like a maintenance shed.
Yeah.
Makes some sense.
Okay.
So how the hell are we going to get
What is it?
down? We want to go deeper.
There's a set of
There's the
stairs.
stairs, those, right? Yeah, I
Mhm.
was like, there's
Yeah,
a
we
Alright,
can take the
yeah. That was right
stairs.
before we came in.
Dirt just jumps off.
You'll
Let's
have
go,
to
guys.
How do
excuse
we
me.
get
I've spent most of
down?
my life kind of blocking stairs out as an option.
All right, you get a pass on that one.
Cool. Yeah, you guys wanna take the stairs?
Definitely.
Cool. You
Yeah,
start
might
going
as well.
down. You guys descend, I would say roughly by the
Is it
time you get
still pretty fucking dark? Like, do I need to be a beacon of light as
so
usual to light up?
no. Like even when you guys first arrived, like it's when I say it's dark, I'm not saying it's like, pitch black. It's the equivalent of like really thick trees blocking the sunlight. A
Gotcha.
decent amount of sunlight still getting through, by the nature of it's a sun. But
Mm.
it's harder to see. But like mechanically, I would still classify it as bright light at best, dim light at absolute worst.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
It was a
I'm
little
glad we are
stormy
not
outside.
beacons of light in darkness, because that would be worrying.
Yeah, you guys descend about, I would say, roughly about 500 feet. So that was going to be about the height that you would have fallen from if you had fallen.
Oh, yippee.
Ow.
Yeah. So
That's why I have Featherfall.
yeah, you guys get to this town. The first thing that kind of you know what? Those of you who are wanting to, if you're trying to keep an eye out, you may give me perception checks as you approach this town.
Okay. Front and center, I'll make one. I have a +5 if someone wants to help. Oh,
I
Digits
will.
got this covered anyway.
It just fucking like hard.
I mean, I would have given you the help action.
I'm awake now.
So awake.
Yeah,
Everything's
Digits got
brighter
this.
when you're Digit.
Thank God
Breakfast
Digits got
tasted
this.
funny.
I would say Minerva's probably focused on like holding on
Yeah.
to whatever wall there is.
Yeah, there's no railings. And the wind obviously isn't being blocked nearly as much by the buildings. So while it's not like pushing you guys around, it's definitely not giving you the warm and fuzzies as you
Dirt is distracting because every whoosh of wind, he looks for bird.
It snuck up on you. Surprise round. All of you are dead.
Dear God.
So I
And
have
then
this
everybody
cleric.
died.
I have this
Mm.
cleric.
So I have this cleric.
Motherfucker, give me 2 seconds. I think my dog kicked his ball underneath my bed again.
That's 5 times.
This is the 5th time in the last like hour and a half.
He's living his
Sick.
best life.
It really is. He's like, Dad, interact with me.
Yeah.
Are you neglecting me?
Is this child neglect?
Father, why do you hate me? Father.
It's doggo soccer. He's playing, and every now and then it has to be
Tolerate train
reset.
violence.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Hold on.
That's bad. Don't do that.
Why are you dying?
Bless you.
Dying is bad for your health.
Death is bad. Okay.
Bless you again. I'm just gonna keep blessing you.
Until
It's
you
either
come back.
helping or harming. I don't know which. Bless you again.
Helping or harming you. And I'm going to
Both.
keep doing it regardless. Jesus.
Regardless the answer.
The most based healer.
I found out that I have to. I got to probably do a graphics card update on my PC.
Oh no.
You want to know what graphics
Me
card
not
is in
long
my
ago.
PC?
Huh.
A GeForce NVIDIA GTX 1070.
I mean, I'm running on a 1070.
I don't remember what I'm running on.
It
Other
is
cards
a
cost
that they
too
stopped
much
making that
money.
in 2016,
Yeah, certainly did.
and I found out that I can order off the Best Buy website and get a RTX 4060 for $400.
Fuck. If I had that money, I would spend it.
I saw it and I was asking some dude at work about it. He was like, "Listen," he's like, "You know, you were talking about getting a 3060 before." He's like, "Honestly, that was only $115 more. Buy that shit." I'm like, "Okay."
Fair. That's 100% the next upgrade I need to make. 1070 is good, but she's slowly running out of date. If I want to play Star Citizen, I need it updated.
Okay, he has pulled a magic
Pass him
trick on
on.
me. And the ball is nowhere to be found. So I got no clue where it's gone.
Congratulations.
Luckily, I had a spare ball. And I'm like, look, Bear, I found it. And I gave it to him. He's like, whoa. So.
Oh my God, you found it! How did you know?
Mm-hmm.
Your
Why
She'll
was it
magic,
pull
in a,
another
Dad.
magic
why
trick
was it in a
and
drawer?
make that
That's
disappear.
whoa.
Your magic, Dad. That's
Okay,
incredible.
Digit, with your perception, as you guys are approaching this town, which now I will go ahead and describe it. So it's not the biggest like little town. It's only got about 5 buildings or so. It does have a. You'll notice that there is a cave that actually is like near the edge of the town that leads back into the cliffside. And when you look up, you see another like smaller hole above it. Though the biggest things that like immediately call to your attention is um there are 3 giant stone obelisks in the center of this town. Now, the entire town is made of stone. But with Digit, with your perception, you would think that there could maybe be life here, but then with your perception, it is a ghost town. With
One day
that,
we'll meet people.
what? You met people. They're just not in the hole.
One day we'll meet whole people.
Oh, we are the whole people. So these obelisks are massive. They take up a pretty decent amount of space, but they actually border. They line the border of the town. 2 are wrapped, at least partially, in this like dark chain, kind of just wrapped around the entirety of it. Looking at it, even from a distance, you could tell that like it's not. The chains aren't doing very well. The 3rd obelisk is, oh my god.
Did he do it again?
Yes.
Oh my lord.
I'm gonna be right back. He's not gonna get that ball. Sick. I'm sorry, guys.
That's what a fucking godwolf.
Oh my lord.
Okay, it wasn't just for the comedic timing though. I just took my chance because my mic wasn't working, and I was like, "Oh, bet, let's go." It just so happened to work perfect. Y'all been hearing me crunch on my chips this entire time, huh?
Nope.
No.
Oh, thank God. I can see the mic picking up the noise slightly, but I don't know how much was actually heard.
Did you want us to be?
We can hear it.
No,
Much a little louder.
I don't want you to be hearing it. That's rude.
I was gonna share my manatee potato photo with you. To think.
It's rude to share the crunchy noises because it's like teasing somebody with food they can't have. That's wrong.
God, I remember getting
That's
my
fair.
wisdom teeth out. That shit sucked.
Yeah, they fucked up a part of my mouth because I still can't feel
Oh.
some of it. They're like,
Oh,
Like
no,
all
it's
4.
fine. Yeah, they removed all 4, even
Ooh.
though one of them only needed to be removed.
Mine were
ooh.
growing in like diagonally, all 4 of them. So they were like, we're gonna just get them all.
I've had my wisdom teeth for years. Years, and then one year suddenly out of nowhere they're like, we need to get this thing out now.
Oh gosh.
I was like, is that just something that happens up on a whim?
Yeah, sometimes. like there'll be a lack of issue, and then something causes them to either cause an issue in the gum itself or some kind of slight, maybe not an infection, but a risk of infection that they're like, no, we're getting rid of
Yeah.
those.
Well,
Because that's what they did to my right side.
I don't appreciate it because I can't feel a part of my mouth now because of them.
That's that's fucked up. Because like that means
They're
they
like,
hit
no, that's fine.
some
It's
nerves in
normal.
there.
Yeah,
No,
Jesus.
fucked me up.
He's
it's normal to be a little numb at first, yeah, but it's not supposed to persist
Mm,
after
I don't know.
the
Whenever they
first
end up numbing
4
my mouth,
day or
shit lasts
so.
for like 6 hours.
Jeez. I remember my girlfriend when we got
They make
hers
sure I
taken
don't feel a
out.
goddamn thing for a while.
Yeah, we got my girlfriend's
Hi,
taken
Dad.
out,
Welcome
and
back.
it was just a bad time.
Hi, Dad. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
fucking. I don't know why today of all days he's just like, you know what I should do? I should
Be a
play
menace to
with the.
society?
I should pretty much. He's like, I should play with the ball where the ball is directly at something that I could accidentally punch it under. That sounds brilliant.
You're doing it on purpose.
It's like a magic trick for him. He gets to play with the ball, and when it disappears, he's like, oh, whoa.
Wow.
Get it, Dad.
Yeah. If
Now
he's
So then
get
he
doing it
Daddy,
has
on
to
go get it.
complain
purpose,
because he can't get it back.
yeah, exactly. If he's doing it on purpose, he's about to not have that ball until I'm done. Okay. Obelisks. Wrapped in chains. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 of them wrapped up, but kind of looking
Well,
definitely worse for wear. 1 is completely missing.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Mhm.
What the
yippee.
fuck?
What the fuck? As you approach kind of the border of the town,
Someone stole the treasure pouch.
like you feel a bit kind of uneasy as you start to kind of approach the border. But it's not to a point where you guys like start like mechanically you start turning around and leaving. But just like kind of with the vault, before you went into the creepy statue room, you don't feel the most comfortable here.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Otherwise, there's about 5 buildings and a cave.
Oh,
You
yippee.
got 3 buildings are about 2 stories tall. 3 of them are about 2 stories tall, and 2 of them, one of which looks almost like it's a story. You see like a bag engraved on the above the doorway, and another is a looks to be like a potion, kind of engraved as well.
But if
Wow.
I've Frodo.
There's either gonna be some really cool shit in there or some really bad shit in there.
I mean, nothing says it's not both.
I'm worrying about both because then usually the bad shit's got the really cool shit.
Well, as long as we stay together, it should be fine, right?
Dirt's
Right?
gonna definitely Dirt's gonna definitely look at Minerva and be like, that look of you innocent little thing.
Digit just idly or kind of like mindlessly like looking at these obelisks, just kind of goes, I wonder if the snakes get bigger too.
Dear God.
Find out
Well.
next time on.
I'm gonna fuck up a
Uh,
roll and lose Digit to getting swallowed by something.
Hey, little
So,
guy,
you know,
you mind
so,
running on my shoulder and being my eyes since you seem to be better at that?
Somebody else was trying to say something. Who's that?
Uche.
Nope, it was dumb. Don't worry about it. Doesn't you don't have to,
No, no, no.
I'm
Say it.
worried about it.
no, it was dumb. It was dumb. It's
We will
fine.
sit here in silence until it's said.
I
Say
was
it.
just gonna say, you know how when you go deeper into the ocean and everything just gets bigger and scarier? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Oh.
that.
No, that's dumb. That's not dumb. That's just fucking.
That's
That is
legit.
the
Very
whole-
accurate for right now.
That's terrifyingly accurate.
Mhm.
There's always a bigger fish. And I
Oh,
really don't
thanks
like
for-
that.
Thanks for bringing up that image.
There's always a bigger
Thanks
fish.
for
and
the
always
reminder
that
of
one
the
flying.
phasmophobia.
There's
Hey,
always a
in
bigger
my
bird. Is that the sound?
in my no, there's always a bigger. I think it's just a fish. I think there's always a bigger
always a
fish.
fish.
It's a Star Wars quote. How did you? Oh my god.
Hmm? What?
Qui-Gon Jinn in the submarine. There's always a bigger fish.
I was
Ah.
making a joke.
I was about to say, I think he was making a
Always a
joke
bigger
/
bird.
referencing what I said earlier about
Yeah,
always a
I-
bigger bird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand my
I
ground,
understand.
like the video of the guy that was just slapping everybody at the party.
The bird takes
And-
digit.
My hubris!
See, the difference here is I could just make that happen, bitch.
I ruffle
And
its
there goes
feathers.
Digit.
Don't I have to roll at athletics? Nope.
It's
No.
gone.
It's just gone.
God.
Okay.
Oh, please.
So I have this cleric.
I have
And before everybody has clerics.
So I have this
So I have
cleric.
this cleric. Why are you guys bullying me?
You're cleric or something.
So I have this bard that has a mimic permanently stuck to his face.
Oh,
I
God.
like that idea.
Oh no, that's the actual character I have. It's a School of Swords bard that has like a symbiotic relationship with a mimic that looks like a plague doctor mask.
Oh, that's kind of
Uh,
metal, actually.
Cool. So, yeah.
um,
What are you guys doing? Eerie ghost town, giant obelisks, bunch of buildings.
Minerva's
cave.
gonna be standing next to the giant fucking tank. At this point, no
I'm surprised
answer
you're
was,
not gonna
enough
ask
to
him
scare
about
her.
to escort us over to the obelisks.
I was about to say, at Minerva getting closer, Dirt's gonna go from like that you innocent little thing to okay, there is some experience there then.
Digit has all but climbed onto the obelisk and is trying to examine it closer.
Oh, you know what?
Might
Might even be safer there, unless there's really, really big spiders too.
Did you
There might be.
go ahead and give me a Go ahead and give me a wisdom
me-
save.
Give me a yeah.
Give me a yeah.
Give me a
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Save.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yo, let's go! Dirty 20.
Okay.
You
You
failed.
start. You failed. You die.
Honestly,
No,
though, that's happened before.
So you start climbing on these chains. Your alarm bells are fucking just going off. What are you doing while you're climbing on these, you fucking psycho?
He is specifically like climbed onto like the base of it and is like trying to touch the stone of the obelisk itself.
The stone is the same as any stone that you've seen so far.
The black stone the obelisk is made of.
The stone is not black. It's just a regular stone.
Oh, my bad.
The rest of the buildings are like the regular stone as you guys have seen previously.
Okay.
You're just
Are there-
assuming the color there.
Yeah, why don't you just assume the fucking obelisk color?
He's a squirrel.
Fair and valid.
He would probably be looking for any kind of inscriptions or anything else of note, any engravings.
Nope. The only thing, go ahead and give me an Arcana check and see if you notice anything.
18.
Okay. No inscriptions on the stone itself. A lot of your like danger like senses and like pings like arcane wise are coming from the chains. It seems like the obelisks might be some sort of channel, but they aren't inherently like enchanted.
Yeah, he's not trying to touch on the chains. Can you see any weak spots on those chains?
Yeah, all over the place.
He pushes
Do
his
it.
rifle. He puts his rifle like right up against one, and
It doesn't
Ups.
budge. You're a squirrel.
oh no, he's gonna try and shoot it.
You're gonna shoot the chain.
He wants to break the chain.
You want to break the chain.
Bad
Let's
vibes from the
unbind
chain.
what's
He wants
bound.
to break that chain.
So, like
So
a true American, he shoots what he's
gonna-
afraid of.
He's gonna pull that trigger for a firebolt.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
10.
You go to shoot it, and right before it makes contact with the chain, it actually deflects off of something.
Oh shit! Everyone duck and cover.
Firebolt like whizzes over somebody's
Yeah,
head.
it like whizzes past somebody.
He like slowly climbs
Thinks off of Dirt's
just
head.
kind of.
Tink.
Here, get him.
He like slowly climbs down. Like, okay, that's not normal.
A very barbarian way to check something out too. Just
Well, it's like
I
how
don't know
you
what it is.
identify.
I attack
It's
it.
like a geologist licking the rock. Like
you don't lick rocks.
You don't.
Smack
You
it.
don't like rocks.
You don't lick rocks.
Malachite is the
So
exception.
No,
Well,
it's
I've
not.
been
None of it's the
misinformed.
exception. Like, he is an awakened squirrel. He has the IQ of a fucking like 2-year-old.
He's a great tinkerer. He's otherwise a little spent a lot of time with the giant mountain men.
Yeah, I guess growing up, quote unquote, with giants, they probably have more percussive ways of inspecting things.
Dirt's
an
definitely
engineer,
gonna
not
look
a
over to
scientist.
Minerva
I was about to
during this
say.
and be like, you know,
Esteban just would have asked full on, Minerva, do you have any idea what the hell to do with these things?
Dirt's gonna be like, I
Um,
don't like the reference to chains, considering our last encounter with a statue with chains.
Fair point.
I don't- um, yeah. What am I gonna do? Can I do like some investigation or something
You're
without
gonna
touching
inspect the
anything?
chains.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. I wouldn't. Well, it depends. What are you trying? What information are you wanting to find out?
Oh. Um.
Because depending
I
on what you're
guess
wanting to find out determines kind of your role.
I gotta stop playing characters that are smart because I'm not. Um. I
I
don't
hear his
know.
distress
Just,
sparks in the background. He must suffer this time with his
Question.
choices.
While
just
she
see if you can pick up
ponders,
any connection between the chains and the chains. There's, I
The
don't know.
chains and the chains.
The chains and the
was
chains.
that field only when an attack was made, or was he able to get like the rifle close enough?
The round ricocheted pretty much right before it got to the chain.
It didn't make contact.
No.
Got you. Okay. I
Um.
relay this.
Arcana
to-
check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
about to
like
say is like if
an
you're trying to
Arcana
connect,
check?
if you're trying to, yeah, you can do an Arcana check if you would like.
I give you the help action.
Oh yippee!
He is so
Man,
distressed
that
that he must suffer.
aggressively hit the wall.
Okay, see if you can get a nat.
Nice.
He's got advantage. Or is that with advantage?
That's with
Hey,
advantage.
that was with advantage.
Oh, that was both with an advantage. I hate the fact that like on the log on the map, it doesn't actually tell you like.
Yeah, it
My map
bothers me.
says it's not currently
Yeah,
hosting
my
a
map died.
game.
That's weird.
Oh, it's up now.
Oh.
I have to make sure
It
to be on
hates me.
God's character sheet to actually look. Damn, one of those was real good. Okay, so a little bit better than Digit. So I'll give you some different information from him. While you aren't able to make like necessarily a direct connection to like the symbology is obviously very very real.
Yeah.
Like very very specific. It's about binding, about like that sort of like theme. You even with that role, you aren't able to make like a direct connection with the actual
If I
log
add
itself.
guidance,
Sure, you can add guidance if you'd like.
watch it be a 1 because that's my luck with this stupid fucking character.
Yeah, 3.
Okay. It's because I had to talk shit.
It wasn't a 1.
Yeah, again, the big thing is like it's these aren't directly tied to whatever the things that you have heard with like people walking through the barrier and you hearing chains, or you climbing and hearing them. The obelisks you can gather are not tied to that.
Okay.
With an Arcana check like that and putting two and two together with how the obelisks are positioned, which are along the border of the town, you can kind of surmise that this was probably a barrier of some kind.
Yeah. Minerva will relay all that information to the group.
Go ahead and also give me how close are you getting to these obelisks before I ask?
Not as close as Digit.
Yeah, he hasn't returned to the party, but he is still pretty close.
In that case, I would say then Digit, go ahead and give me an investigation check as you're if you're still looking at these chains.
I kind of want to touch one.
I feel like I'm
No,
like 15
don't.
feet
16.
away.
Digit.
Close enough to look, not close enough to touch.
When you were looking at these chains, even after you fucking shot one, you notice that the weak points that are present in the chains, they look like eroded. Not by and not like a typical like wind erosion either. Um, the closer you look at it, the more it almost seems like something like quite literally, not quite literally, but like effectively like aggressively ate at these chains. Like almost like somebody poured acid almost on them.
To break the chains or not.
Lick the chains.
Is there?
Final
Can he
answer,
see
lick.
anything that indicates they're connected to anything?
What do you mean?
Like, is there anything that connects them to anything deeper into the town, for instance?
No. The chains are anchored at the bottom to like a almost like a let's say kind of like a clip that is on the obelisk itself. The chains never touch the ground, but they are completely wrapped around it. The obelisk is just in the ground. They're not touching any other like buildings. They are completely isolated structures in of their own, in and of themselves.
Oh. I make sure to like this time go fully back to the group and I relay what I've discovered.
The farther you get away from the obelisk, the better you feel.
I relay this too.
We touch it with a stick.
I touched it with my
With the
hands.
chains?
You couldn't. So if you tried to touch it with your hands, the chain. Are you talking about the obelisk or the
The
chain?
obelisk specifically. I've said
Yeah, you could
nothing
touch the obelisk with your hands.
We touch the chains with a stick.
um,
Can
from
you
your
Tried to shoot it.
from your perspective, Esteban, it feels like you touched the chain.
Oh god.
I don't like the from your perspective.
Yeah, if anybody else is on the side, it does not fully reach the chain. Like it stops like right before it would come into contact.
Hmm.
But to Esteban, feels just like he's like oh yeah, perfect. Now there's nothing special about these. Like
I'm uncomfy, but I think it's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. It's fine, right? Like you guys see it, right?
You're not touching anything.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's right there.
Well, close enough, I suppose.
He's like, Digit's like holding up his little paws. He's like, you've got like this much space between your hand and the chain, sir.
No, like it's right there,
No.
guys. Come on.
No, it is right there. Just the key word is right.
right there.
Um. Hmm.
Shall we
Looking
explore
at
the
my
buildings?
spells. Yeah.
I think we probably
Yeah,
should.
I won't use any spell slots. I was like, maybe cast a spell. Nah. Onward towards the buildings. I'm not as a leader.
Minerva, you see sprints ahead of everyone.
Onward towards the
No.
buildings, she says from behind dirt.
Yeah. It's maybe we should go check out the buildings, perhaps.
Esteban will reluctantly follow you guys, but he kind of wants to throw one of his psychic blades at the chains.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
I,
I'm your pumpkin.
my conscience. Are you
I'm
like
your
elbowing me?
pumpkin intrusive thoughts. Do it.
Because he kind of does want to do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
It's
He's gonna do it while you guys are all. I'm hiding. I'm behind you guys anyways, so you guys are all headed to the building. As far as you know, I'm still heading with the building too, but he's just gonna turn and kind of manifest a blade real fast and try to throw it at the chains.
Cool. Go ahead and give me a attack roll.
Nope.
Cool. So I want to clarify. So your psychic blades, we're talking like that's like mind stuff, right?
Yes,
Cool.
they come from my brain holder.
Comes from your brain holder. Cool. Go ahead when you do that. Go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Aye, aye, Captain. Huh. Middle of the road.
Okay. It's a low DC, but when you throw your blade at it, it clinks off kind of the same type of deal as like when Digit tried to shoot it. Despite the fact that you are far away from these chains, like when you go to throw it, I say far away, but like not nearly as close as Digit was. For like half a second, if that, you feel like the world has grown dark. And in that like brief moment, you feel just absolutely terrified. And then no sooner than it appeared, goes away, you feel fine.
Esteban's gonna like kind of run up ahead to catch up with Minerva and Dirt as they're heading that way, and kind of like quietly whisper to Minerva that we definitely don't touch the chains.
I've seen things, man.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
I
was.
figured as much when our friend Digit over there shot and it ricocheted.
No, you don't understand. We really can't touch those.
Yes, I figured, which is why I didn't.
Did you break it?
No, but I think it broke my brain. It was the most uncomfy feeling I've ever had, and we have done
Dart's
some
gonna look
stupid
back
shit
like,
so far.
"The fuck?"
Nope, it's all good, big guy. Let's keep going, alright? Let's go check out that building.
Cool. So like I said, there's
Okay.
there's
have
5
one more?
buildings. Three of which are 2-story. You got one of the 1-story buildings has got like a picture of a bag engraved on it. Another one has a image of a potion engraved on it as well. And the cave.
And the cave.
And the cave.
Above
The cave is a
game.
cave.
Maybe there's some potions we can have. Maybe.
Can the healing potion expire? Does that work like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but man, when you guys took those other potions from the temple, if there was an expired potion, those would probably fit the bill. But because they ain't the color that potions are supposed to be.
They're discolored and
Yeah,
thicker.
they're like it's like that's I
Oh,
shouldn't slosh like that.
oh, it's like thick water.
It's oh god, it's thicket. No.
Oh.
Chunky milk.
I've heard that
Oh,
stuff is
God.
awful.
But mechanically, they are normal health potions.
Oh, yippee.
Don't choke.
Yeah, just
It's not flavored.
oh god, all the flavors gone.
Drinking one makes you feel like you ate 10 good berries.
It sits real heavy in your stomach.
Heavier than the good berries.
except without the feeling of being full. Just makes you feel bad. Just gross.
Makes you throw up. Throw up.
Fruit up.
Interesting fact, eating 10 good bears will make you throw up.
Cool. So, you guys are wanting to go to the potion building, or
Yeah, sure, why not? It's like that's where Minerva wants to go, but she won't lead the charge, so she's just kind of like, doing that thing where you have someone's arm and you're like pushing it forward,
yeah,
in
just
the
like
sense of like,
slightly pulling, just a little bit.
yeah, but from behind.
All right. I'm moving.
Okay. You guys go to the building with the potion on it.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
And first thing that you guys notice before you even like try to open up any doors is
May I
one.
have my drink from the fridge, please? Thank you.
It's one.
Sorry.
You're good. The doors are made of stone. They don't look like they're like hard to open, but it kind of makes sense down here where there is still a lot of wind, even where you guys are right now. Any windows that you guys see when you look at this building are also like, instead of the wood that you saw up on the platform, these are also stone and still intact. Just like with the rest of the buildings, a lot of these buildings, because of the very distinct like lack of vegetation where you guys are right now, the buildings are pretty easy to like still kind of like make out the shape of. The worst that's happened is just a lot of wind erosion. Otherwise, yeah, you got closed set double doors going into this building.
Well,
Are there windows on the front of the building?
Yes.
Digit pops up to look inside of a window.
Okay. You look inside of a window. Don't worry, I'm ignoring my dog. Oh my god! It's getting harder and harder though.
I wish I could say I can ignore mine, but he talks back. He's yelling at me. I'm
I
like having a
just-
full conversation with him.
I just never thought I would hear the sound, the saddest like. He kicked his ball underneath the recliner this time. I fucking know it.
Unfortunate.
And I'm like, you know
He
what?
knows
No, I
your
can't.
resolve is breaking.
I was like, help, please. So you look inside. As a Skirin, do you have dark vision?
Lisa? I forget.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, I do.
Are you climbing in a window too?
I can be persuaded to climb in the
No.
window.
I apologize. I'm in the middle of finishing off dinner.
How fucking dare you?
Sal, come on.
Looking
I say I
at
can be
it,
persuaded.
it does not look like you do. So, Digit, without dark vision, he is so upset right now. It's just very, very dark in there. Actually, wait, no, hold on. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me look at my fucking notes because I actually think for this particular building, that's actually not the case. Yep, that is not the case here. Actually, my apologies. Looking inside of this building, a couple of magical flames are lit in here. So you actually can see.
Sal, stop.
So what you see in here is just, it's like a tornado went through here. And not because of the wind. This place is practically turned over. Papers scattered all over the place, books on the ground, some scribblings of some stuff from your current distance when you're through the window. You can't quite make out, but you see a bunch of like writings and like essentially pictures from a distance. You can't really quite tell. And you actually do see at the farthest end of this building, on a table, you see a few notes that you think, or like a few pieces of paper there, as well as
Sal, stop.
as well as a chunk of one of the chains, like a segment of the chain.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Kind of like half turn to the party. Hey guys, there's stuff in here. Vraxis, was it Vraxis or Esteban that touched the chain? I forget. Already.
I think Esteban did. I think Esteban poked at it with a stick.
Oh.
'tis was I with the stick.
Yeah, and he also, I guess, touched it with his brain too.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did more than just tickle my brain as well.
Okay. Like Esteban, there's a piece of that chain there. It's on the table.
Name flashbacks.
Okay, but like literally. uh, so we don't touch
with
that.
the bag.
We just don't touch that, right? Like, we
Stop. Papa.
It's tempting to get close to the chain. Above board, obviously.
He kind of leans back. He goes, "I don't know. It looks kind of broken. Like actually broken this time."
You think it's a piece from the one that's like missing?
Maybe. I didn't notice an actual broken part.
Does it taste broken?
Staring from hanging on the window. No. No, it doesn't.
That's disappointing.
So what's everyone doing?
I'm trying to think. I
Man, this whole
realized
time I was
that I have a ways
I
to
was
see.
muted.
Oh
The
no!
inside of the building is lit, so you guys, anybody who would go in there would be able to see.
Because I would like to go in to see.
Mm-hmm.
We would like to enter the building.
Stand a
though.
healthy distance away from the disc piece of chain. However,
Esteban
I would.
stays at the doorway.
But I would like to go in.
You're like, I wish I could turn into two people. One to send in, one to stay here.
I would go in. Fucking,
Okay.
Hi.
why not?
All right, so we got.
I'm a kobold.
Oh,
There's
no, I said
shinies in
hi.
there.
That's my
Oh.
role usually. Go in.
All right. So, those of you who wish to go in, get you a bit more of a slightly more detailed description. So the scribblings that Digit saw from the window look to actually be drafts of magic circles.
Oh.
Magic circle.
Yeah.
Sorry, that one.
Lightning bolt. Lightning
That's my
bolt.
cookie brain talking. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lightning
So you got
bolt,
most
Lake of
most of-
Fire.
most of the papers and stuff that you see like scattered about are various drafts of like different types of magic circles. Any like books that you find are actually written in common. And just are a bunch of like magic theories and things along that nature. Nothing specific to the maw. These look like they were imported.
Hmm.
Other than that, you got the chain on the far table. The chain segment, at least, on the far table. As well as a few what look to be you see an open journal.
Oh boy, I love reading other people's diaries. It's in my job description.
Cool. You gonna go poke at people's private affairs?
Of course. It's in the job description.
All right. It is facts though. These people are long gone.
Oh boy.
Literally your job.
At one point, does it stop being grave robbing and start turning into archaeology?
Right? I think 200 years is probably good.
Fair enough.
Oh, yeah, great grandpa coming.
Cool. So you start reading through this. A lot of this, well, I mean, a lot of this really seems to be just kind of ramblings of just like the day to day of this expedition. You find out pretty quickly that the writer of this journal is the very same mage that you saw the note of on the surface. The mage Wary. Um, as you continue to kind of like a lot of these again, just like day to day, is like, oh yeah, I talked with Af today. We talked about, this, we talked about that. Some new arrivals came to town. Just very like kind of just
It's okay. She has her
normal
highlighting
things,
tools.
right? Um, however, my fucking god, Bear. He is having a fucking
Oh, I
meltdown
hear
right
him.
now.
Oh yeah, I finally heard him.
Yeah, he's having
Very
an
upset
absolute-
about that.
He's very upset.
Me too, bud.
Um,
You tell him.
um,
He's got
so
emotions.
yeah. Uh, I almost snapped. I almost went to go save him. Um, so you start to notice at a certain point, though, you start to see notes of first off talking about like, you know, the bad folk coming to town. You see a page was ripped out. You can probably gather that was most likely the note that he left back in town hall on the surface.
Mm.
The next few entries are pretty scarce. A couple of them are just detailing like kind of his slow descent with Af. They seemed to have come into quite a bit of trouble when they went to go leave. Did not look like they left unscathed. And getting to this point, you start to notice that the writings start to turn a little almost obsessive. And the entry reads as follows.
Oh my god, Bear.
Yeah.
Holy.
He's so upset.
He's having a fit.
He is having a fit. He needs to learn though that he can't just keep doing that. He's got to figure it out.
My dog is
Um,
invading my personal space.
he goes, "How did the Smiths do it? Night Silver is practically unworkable. It took me weeks to make just this. How are they so fluid at creating this, imbuing it with the proper warding magics, and in such a short time? Raylan's gone, and so is Af. It's just me and Blade at this point. They told me to come with them, but I told them I wanted to crack the code first. If I could repair the barrier before it fully shuts down, we won't need to worry about those things that lurked at the border of town. At least Blade's with me."
Sorry, premature reaction.
What the fuck?
Things that lurk at the edge of town? Yeah, that's not concerning.
Wait a minute. There was no barrier when we walked in.
Minerva's probably reading that shit out loud, and when it gets to that part, she stops for a moment.
As you continue to kind of read, a lot of it becomes again really kind of obsessive. Just multiple theories of him just ranting about like how the hell did they make this stuff so quickly and how do they make it so effectively? How does the barrier work? How does this work? How does that work?
Understandable.
Yeah. Another entry that kind of pops out to you is goes as follows. Having Blade provide his insight has given me some unique perspectives in how the Ilbed might have actually worked these chains. It involves that forge in the cave. I knew they did something special with it, but I wasn't around for the initial rewarding of Beacon. Looks like they might have some special incantations that they chant while they work, and Blade can attest to it. Jesus Christ, Bear. how it was quote unquote sort of creepy that they just kept mumbling the entire time they were working. If I could find the book before the barrier goes down, I can go further down with my head held high, and we could finally be safe, never having to depend on the Oba again. After that, there's no more entries. Now, I'm gonna go save that dog. You deal with that for a second. What I'm actually gonna do though is his ball is not going to be within reach. It's going to be with me. Because he will kick it underneath the recliner in about 10 minutes.
We'll just move on to pestering to you.
Yep. He'll eventually. I'll make sure he gives up. I'll be right back.
So how are we feeling after our little story time?
I'm having actual
I mean,
and
I
I remember
I
how it all
almost-
ended in the barrier and Raylan, and oh my god.
I was having like initial thoughts of saying that the song they were singing whenever they were chanting was the "We All Live Together" song, Morphrain.
Yeah. That's a bop.
I love that one. That's on my playlist. But also, like, I don't like that there was a award. Was. That seems to be gone now.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
still stuck on the things at the end of town.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little troublesome.
I mean, I just try not to think about it until it becomes a problem.
I think it might be a problem.
I'm not being ignorant to it. However, it's hard to avoid mentally after being stunned mentally by whatever the fuck it is down here. But I am also on Varaxis' side. If I don't think about it and I can't see it, then it can't be a problem yet.
If I just never acknowledge it, it's never an issue.
Out of sight, out of mind is a powerful thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes whenever you acknowledge it,
A
it just gets
dangerous
worse.
thing.
That is
Truthfully,
also
yeah.
true.
Like my own crippling depression.
I have crippling depression.
If I just don't think about it, it's not a problem. But as soon as I think about it, I just get sad.
We don't have a club. None of us have the motivation to make it. We don't have cookies that require someone baking.
I can bake.
Do you feel like baking?
If you get the right tools, maybe.
Cookies back on the menu.
Hell yeah.
The silence is killing me.
I return.
Oh, timing.
Huh?
Oh.
What happened?
D&D Beyond, why are you like this? Why do you do this? No map
Yes.
selection. Bullshit. Okay, cool. So yeah, the entries end. Yeah. You got a chain, basically a chain segment. You can imagine that that's probably what he managed to get working, and like you get the same kind of rough feeling from that segment as you did the chains outside. So he's got the theory down, but seems like the process is very time consuming for even one segment. At least when he was trying to figure it out.
Good idea, bad execution.
He also noted the something in the cave, the thing in the cave.
A forge.
Yeah, that. Yeah. So that could be something.
Oops.
Hello?
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 Pick up the phone.
Hello?
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 Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Can you hear me now?
What happened? What?
Your phone vibrated?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh. So we were all just
Hello?
answering it for you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're just all answering it for you.
It's my dearest, wonderful mother helping me figure out how to thicken this Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, just quite literally just.
Yeah.
Just, oh, hello? All right. Yeah, other than what you guys have already discovered in this building, it's just it looks like this mage's quest kind of devolved into a sort of like madness at some point, because it's just the entire inside of this place is completely trashed.
Yeah, it is. Someone lost their marbles.
Mm-hmm.
Samesies.
Digit hops onto the table with the chain link and slaps his little paws on it.
Works the same as the other chain. You never quite reach it.
So the theory is correct.
Mhm.
Chain itself, whether it's linked or not, still retains this trait. And it keeps doing like little slaps against it, trying to touch it.
Never works.
Fireball.
No, no.
Ricochets all over the building.
Oh,
God.
It's a good thing I can't cast spells.
I'm gonna do fireball about it.
I would like to cast Fireball. 8th level?
God.
Somebody at the
It
party was
do what?
talking to you.
What?
You're saying set off a mini nuke?
Okay.
No. I would never encourage such a thing.
I
Wink,
would.
wink,
Do a
nudge, nudge.
Brax, but except without your own death this time? Okay.
He uses vicious mockery, says no balls, do it.
Oh, that's me every time with with the boys.
You won't blow yourself up, you won't.
I'm all too happy to die in game now. Kidding. Obviously.
I love your little robot friend. I love robot friends.
I like
We
how
ha-
you
we
say
do have
little, but he's
self-destruct
like
buttons,
4
so-
times the size of us.
Would I make a bigger explosion since I'm like, ginormous? Food for thought.
You gonna go out with a click or a clack?
I was thinking more of a
Boom, boom, pow.
She
What
be
else are you guys
Jackson that
doing?
style. Yes. Sorry.
Gather the salvageable notes. Go to the next place.
I want to touch things.
It's safe to assume Minerva is taking any form of writing that shows
Oh,
any
yeah.
kind of useful information.
Got it. If it's writing and it's not somehow attached to the wall, Minerva's taking it. If it is attached to the wall, Dirt's taking a wall back, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, it's nice to have 2 copies of things.
Okay.
Are they laminated?
No.
Unfortunately, I did not
Minerva
bring my
will make sure
lamination
later.
machine into the mall, but I didn't expect this to be a little bit more permanent than it currently is.
Like, oh, just quick in out. Like, we'll be good.
Maybe the depot has one.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Only even Voss doesn't know, honestly.
I'm still convinced he's an eldritch being.
I'm convinced the box is the Eldritch being, and he's just an unfortunate
yeah,
thrall.
it's got to be the box,
Who
right?
knows?
I can't wait for that to be the BBG.
Oh God.
The chest like just
Come back to
opens
town
and
and
we
the
all
town
start neatly organized in box. He has an entire society built in there.
So to the next building.
Yeah, guess
Yes.
next.
Esteban, look for more goodies.
It's Raylan's General Store.
Mm.
Same setup. Across like the way, you'll notice that compared to these two buildings, the doors. Well, you can assume they were wooden, and you can assume that the windows were wooden as well, because they are not there. Doors and such. Just over time, wind gusts and erosion probably got rid of the hinges and then eventually blew the windows in.
Right.
Because these aren't unlike the wizard's place. This place does not have any magic flames. This place is completely dark.
Oh.
If any of you guys decide to use your own light sources, the store is very neat and tidy, but completely empty. The inside of the store is dark. Shining light on the store reveals that the store is completely stripped. Nothing is on the shelves, and there is a little box that is sitting on the countertop that, if you open it, is empty. Once again, just like a lot of times, a note that is kind of just the only thing that really, the other thing that really catches your eye is just a note that has been